Again, everybody, it's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. It is Thursday, the 26th of September. These are the charts of the day. Well, it was a whipsy kind of day on Wall Street, and indices managed to crawl their way back in a nice afternoon rally again, second day in a row. Several stocks have come to light for me. I wanted to show you AbbVie, which I've been following for a long time, which had a monster move from 2014 through end of 2017, reaching all the way up into the 125.30 range. It's been about a year and a half coming down, and it looks like it may be bottoming in here. The moving average have crossed over. Right here, the stock has come up to resistance at the gap. Today, it jumped another almost 2 points, and the gain was about 2.7%. Nothing spectacular, but I see it coming up to a key resistance. If it gets through here, I'm looking for 80, 81, and then 85 long term in the low 90s. But for now, let's see if we can get a follow through with volume. Notice the ABBV moving up. Looks pretty intriguing. BW swing trade, well, it pulled back in a nice little wedge today. It popped a little bit, about 4%, but I think this is ready to make another move, and if it gets to 545, the targets are 7 and 8. CVM got a little wedge today, and yesterday, I should say, followed through today nicely. The highest close on this stock that I've seen in 3 years. And this is a reverse split too. So bottom line is, though, the breakout, the pullback retest, and the rising wedge tell me we go higher. Very possible we can see the stock at 13, even 16. There and there. Express, well, after coming down from 12 all the way down to under 2, it popped. The pullback is stalled right and consolidated, I should say, right above the 21-day moving average. Notice the 21 and 50-day moving average is crossing over. Usually when I see a trend broken and a pop pullback, that's the buy point for me. Once it gets to 3.5, I'm looking for 4.25, 5, and above. HIIQ, which was put out as a swing a week and a half ago, came down sharply, broke support, and then whipped right back again. Just enough to take out stops. But nevertheless, the base is building. After a long downtrend, it took it from 34 down to 9. I think the stock's ready to make another move. My target's going to be about 12.5, 3/4, 14.5, and then 16.5. HIIQ also moving. It popped the resistance and pulled back today. Popped another $1.74, almost 8%. The volume picked up to the best volume in about a month. So I'm thinking it gets to 24.5, goes to 27.5, 28, eventually 34. Should be a swing. I might put it on tomorrow if it follows through. PRPO with an explosive move on 12.2 million, unheard of for this stock, heaviest volume ever traded, coming out of a falling wedge and up near resistance. Your target is about 4.25. We get through that. This is a potential stock trading at 5.5 and 6 3/4. Those are my targets going forward if we get any kind of follow. RAD with a pop right to resistance and a steep pullback, disappointing me to say the least. After I put a swing on it, and it was immediately stopped out. So that's fine. We'll always look to re-enter. The bottom line is 19 million shares is the biggest volume I've ever seen on Rite Aid. And with this left shoulder, head, and right shoulder developing, the neckline, any move to the neckline, that'd be over 10. Should get this to 11.5 and 14.5 in that range. See the long-term declining channel? At the very least, we should see a run-up that takes it up to 12. REAL, coming out of an inverse head and shoulder type bottom, broke out today through the neckline. Up about 2%, nothing big, and the volume wasn't huge, but the OBV is moving steadily higher. Certainly looks like a bottoming pattern, and I think eventually we may get into the 20 and 23 range. Rheology, I'm watching this stock closely as it's dropped from the mid-30s all the way down to 4 or 5 range. Finally, looks like a basis form. It popped off the low and a platform here. Tell me that if we should take this out, and it's right at that level, any move above, say 6.5 in volume could get you 7 3/4, and maybe up to 8.5. Scorpio tankers, after pulling back for a week and a half, it started to snap right back nicely. The long-term chart looks great. This is a swing from back in April when it was trading at about 22. It made it up to 32. Now I'm looking for a snapback to 32 and then move to 40. And finally, a little XXII, after breaking its long-term downtrend, with a spike bottom, flag, breakout, another flag is formed, and late today it popped and ran up to 240, up 9 cents, 4%, but I think that's the highest close since way back here in February, and that's the level we're watching. If it's over 260, I'm looking for 293, 3.25, and then 369.70, something like that for your current patterns. That's it for tonight, everybody. Have a good evening.